Hello there everybody, I hope you're all well, and I'm a little bit less than well because I'm filming this on the eve of another Chelsea defeat, to be more specific, the Newcastle result. All I want to say is roll on the World Cup, because not that I really care about international football really, it just means I don't have to watch the Chelsea team play football right now, because it's really depressing and disappointing and lackluster and uninspiring and just all those other similes for the same sort of thing. But what I hope isn't disappointing is what is inside this parcel right here. This is quite a nice little purchase. This shirt hails all the way from South America, though I didn't buy it from there. I know there's quite a few of you quite like these South American shirts. I do myself. So I suppose let's just jump straight into it and see what I have purchased and bought. There's quite a lot of sellotape on here, so hopefully I can just sort of tear it apart quite easily, but I don't think that's going to happen. May have to do... Oop, no, there we go. Right then, so we are in, I think. Yes, wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. So let's get rid of the bag. First, we have some other bits. So, oh, we have a program, I think. Right then, so firstly, we have, that's the invoice. Not that interesting, I suppose. I also have 10% discount code when I make my next purchase, so that's useful. I have a business card. Okay. And then I have a program, I think. It must be, it's a match program between Huddersfield Town and Leeds United, the West Yorkshire derby there, and it's coming from 1984. How about that? A 45 pence for a program. I know last season Huddersfield Town was selling their programs for free, but I know this season you're having to pay for them. So I might give that a little bit of a read. Look at that, Huddersfield Town with Sam Allardyce there. John Sheridan playing for Leeds. Wow. Some players there. Before my time, I'll admit, but I'm sure there's maybe some people watching this who will be familiar with that period. But the most important thing is what we have here, and it's a football shirt. Does anybody recognise this one? I think a lot of you probably will. They're not the biggest team from the country, but certainly in English, their team name is childishly funny. So let's get this parcel opened up, shall we? Rustle away. Let's get rid of that. So, as always, we shall look at the rear of the shirt there. So it is black and red in styling. You've got a half and half colour set there. And we've got some gold sponsor and some gold trims. So it's kind of a black and gold kit, which always does go down quite nicely, doesn't it? And there is the front of the shirt. More of the same, really. Just because you've got your sponsor and you've got your crest going on there. Quite a large and substantial collar, I'd say. And it's that weird material that's totally different to the polyester that you would get. It's more like a cotton finish there. Not a huge fan of that, I must admit. But there we go. That is the shirt. So some of you will probably recognise this one, I think. But if not, I shall dress the mannequin as always and come back to you with some information about the club and the shirt itself. Okay, everybody, there is the shirt, and this belongs to Club Atletico Colón. I think it's Colón and not Colón, as some of you may wish to call them, and it's their home shirt from 2021. Now, it was advertised and bought as the 2021-22, but the Argentinian League runs in a calendar year, so this was only worn in 2021. Now, I bought this from Football Fan UK. They've got the stuff there, which is a place possibly some of you are not too familiar with. I feel like it's somebody's side hustle. What they do is mostly they buy shirts from elsewhere that are on sale, and then they sell them at the markup. So if you do see something for sale there, it probably means that if you go directly to the club store or go on Classic Football Shirts, it generally is cheaper. However, sometimes that isn't always the case, and this one I bought for £25, which I think is a great little purchase for a South American shirt, specifically from Argentina. I think they have this one still in all the sizes, and they had the third shirt, which looked actually rather similar. But I went for the home one because, well, sometimes it's just best to go for the home shirt. Now, they are based in Santa Fe, which is, of course, Argentina, and they were founded in 1905, which is the same year as Chelsea, though Chelsea are a little bit older. They were founded in March, where these lot were founded in May. Now, the club was actually named after Cristobal Colon, or as you may be familiar with him, it's Christopher Columbus. It was one of the founders was studying him at the time of the club's inception. So that's one way to name a club, isn't it? After a historical figure. Different, so yeah, that's why they are called that. Now they play in the Argentinian Primera Division, which is the top division, of course, and they are, like I mentioned, one of those sort of teams that generally seem to be there but are not necessarily challenging for honours. The season's effectively just finished for 2022, and they finished 25th out of 28, so not really a great season for them. Although the season prior to that, 2021, was decent. They finished 7th, which is not too bad, and they also ended up winning the Argentinian League Cup, beating Racing 3-0 in the final. So last season was really good. This season that's just finished, not too cracky. Let's see what 2023 brings. So it is a Kelme manufactured shirts. They never really fail, to be honest, with regards to shirts that I own, at least. They seem to have their wings spread quite nicely across the globe. They're like Homa, Nike, Macron, Umbro, no matter what part of the globe you're in, what continent, Kelme are probably offering at least one club in the sort of top division. There's not really much with regards to the unique identifiers on the back of that rather large collar. It's just simply is the club name. Now, Club Atletico Colon, they play in red and black half and half stripes for the majority of their history. I mean, it just replicates their crest there. So effectively, every shirt is released in just this manner with a slightly different design. There may be a fade effect or just sort of maybe a little bit of a design added to it. So it's kind of a very popular and iconic shirt when it comes to a classical Argentinian look there. But other than that, there's not really anything else that stands out. It's quite a nice little fit. It's got a little bit of elastication. It does feel quite heavy, but again, it is just because of that collar, I feel, and also you get the same sort of material around the cuffs there. It does give it a sort of vintage classic style, but I do like the lightweight materials, I will actually admit. Now, this is my eighth shirt, Argentinian shirt, should I say, in my collection, and it's slowly growing, you know. I remember when I first started collecting 8 years ago, it was very, very hard to find brand new versions of South American shirts, Argentinian shirts. You might be lucky if you've got like a Boca Juniors shirt, which ironically I still don't own, and maybe you'd find something else, but the prices were really high. And that's still kind of the case sometimes with some of the clubs now. But to find this one for £25, I think that's a great deal. And if you're not too keen on the website, though, it has my seal of approval. I think classic football shirts have some for sale as well, but I think the price is a little bit higher. So, you know, do what you need to do. But I think for a South American shirt for that price, and it's quite a decent one. You've got your black and gold and your red. I think I'd probably say, yeah, go for it. It's decent enough. Yeah, 8 years collecting football shirts now. Yeah, time does seem to fly. But that is going to be it for this shirt, really. It's just one that I thought, can't say no at that price. Add it to my collection. I hope you guys have a great weekend ahead. And the next video I'm going to do is going to be another similarly well-priced football shirt. This one will be from Europe, and some of you will be familiar with it, but I think a few of you may be not that familiar with it. It's one of those middle ground ones. So as always, thank you guys for watching my video. Remember that my giveaway is still active and live. If you want to go to my Instagram and you haven't entered, please do so, and you get a chance to win yourself an amazing book. It's worth £40. So, I mean, it's free to enter, so I don't see why you would avoid doing that. So, as always, thank you for watching my videos, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.